Let's discuss the ramifications of what actually happened last night with that amendment, which will allow MPs to take control of the business in Parliament when it comes to Brexit. Hannah White from the Institute for Government is with us. It feels historic. It felt it last night. Hannah, how big a deal was that vote?
I think this is a very significant moment in the Brexit process. This is the moment the government has feared all the way through, and that Parliament has been threatening to try to take control of the process, and now it's finally happened. So I think it is a significant moment.
How will these indicative votes, as they're called, work in order to try and find an option that Parliament likes by a majority?
So the difficulty that indicative votes are sort of intended to try and get around is the fact that all votes in Parliament are binary, they're yes and no. And that is a very blunt instrument to try to get at what people's sort of second or third choices might be and to try to identify compromises. We don't know exactly what the process is going to be yet. We think that Oliver Letwin is talking to people right now and is going to produce proposals later this afternoon, which will be in a business statement, a business motion for tomorrow. The idea is probably some process tomorrow of whittling down options by MPs voting, ticking the options on a piece of paper that they might be prepared to support. Then on Wednesday evening, going away and looking at which are the options with the greatest level of support, and then potentially coming back on Monday for some kind of runoff process which decides between those most popular options.
Right. In terms of what the government will do to respond, there is this implication from Theresa May she'll just ignore the indicative votes and the result of them because they are not binding. But Parliament can force her to listen, can't they?
So she's exactly right to identify that these are non-binding votes, but I think they would have significant political force. And what has been said by, I believe, Nick Bowles about this is that actually, if it was clear when Parliament had been through the process of indicative votes that the government was not going to pursue Parliament's stated preference, then it is possible that they could use further time to try to pass legislation which would bind the government into either following Parliament's will or deciding that they couldn't stand whatever it was that had been passed in legislation and having to call an election in order to avoid that.
Hannah White, thank you very much.